Welcome back to Let's Play AM2R. So last time we killed a lot of Metroids. Saw some new ones. They're big. Unpleasant. So we have options at this point. There is a door in here. We could also see there's another door higher up on the other side, but you'll also recall there's a hole in the wall. And there was a hole in the wall elsewhere as well. Oh. And now we're just in here, I guess. But that is very nice. We've been encountering a number of enemies lately, such as the shielded enemies. Oh, we can go in here. Well, I want the plasma beam. Such as the shielded enemies that run back and forth on the ground that you can't hit from one side. The enemies floating in the air, holding the shield on either side of them that you can't hit unless you're directly below them. And that would make my life leagues easier if I had a plasma beam. Well, there's nothing we can do in that room, so I guess we're going to keep going down here. Power bomb. So we'll be seeing power bombs eventually. More gray doors. If we could turn the power back on in here. Now when we scanned this place, we did see... What? And when we scanned this place, we did see that there was a backup generator somewhere. And if we can figure out how to turn it on... I do love that the beam makes some blocks visible, so you don't have to bomb everything. Oh. Maybe this is it. The tower. The immense tower houses a weapons R&D facility. The robots patrolling within are combat drones, equipped with weapon prototypes and advanced shield plating. They possess superior AI and are programmed to fire at any living target, keeping the tower sterilized of organic matter very efficiently. Proceed with caution. So this is a horrible place, and the doors are still locked. Or at least, some of them are. I could deal with you being less dead. More dead? More dead would be cool. Less resilient. Oh, this guy. I don't even know how to kill this guy. Well, we're just going back down the way we came now. Okay, thankfully we're safe on the top and bottom of this thing. So just to wait for it to be open. Ah, that door is open though. The Tester. The unit performs 360-degree live fire tests of prototype weapons. Scans indicate the exterior armor is resistant to beam weaponry, while the interior is further protected by an energy field that repels solid projectiles. Auto-repair systems in the cannons can mend all damage within seconds. Schematics reveal these systems were applied due to earlier models' cannons being exposed to exceedingly violent tests. Similar to your power suit, the unit's modular design allows for the addition and removal of equipment. This is the point that I feel one minor flaw in this area was that there was no save point anywhere near this thing. I got in here completely by accident. I just walked in that first hole in the wall, that broken hole in the outside wall. fell through a crumbling block, and there's no save point between entering this entire place and fighting this thing. I was not ready for a boss fight, yet here we are. Now, just reading the log, this thing sounds very, very dangerous, but it's not nearly as bad as it looks. What it means, really, is you have to use missiles to break its external shell. Once you've broken the shell, you need to use beams in order to hurt the inside of it. Its weapons will just keep repairing themselves, so destroying them is pointless. So, let's go missile. You can try to get up there and fight along with it. These platforms, by the way, if you stand on them, they will collapse eventually. But I found, honestly, the easiest thing to do is to wait. Just wait for it. I forget what all of its attacks are, but it can use various weapons, much like the ones we've developed. You can get life back as well from destroying the missiles. Getting over here is the safest way to handle this one. Listening for an audio cue for that one helps a lot. Sadly, you can't shoot anything if it's off screen. Ugh. Got one of them. Son of a gun, get up there. Until you figure out a good way to, like, fight this guy, so to say, this is a very unpleasant fight. I'm gonna have to try to get up there to get some hits in on him. I've never heard of it. Like, when he comes down, you can hit him pretty good. I don't know what that sound was. Ace beam technology, I guess? As long as you play this fight defensively, though, he's really not much of a challenge. Okay, it may not be entirely obvious, but all this form is doing is spinning around faster, shooting bullets like Danmaku style. And typical Danmaku style, you're a lot better off keeping your distance. Well, let me get up there. You can hover in the middle, eat a couple hits, you can get out of the way. I do like that he's using, like, your beam types, though. Even your missiles, like, you're fighting your own weaponry. No, I need to be up there for this one. Let me break that last guy. Yeah! And then beam weaponry is the only thing that can really hurt the inside, so now we're just charge beaming him. And he should eventually die. Oh right, I forgot you can do that in this game. I doubt these are hitting him, but... He's gonna get hit because I get plenty of health back from the missiles. Admittedly, if you do run this fight a little more defensively, it is a much less interesting fight. But you're honestly in no danger of dying in this fight. You get hit by everything. It would be super cool if I could hit you while I'm on the ground. Also, it doesn't help any that your attacks just hit his, There we go. Doesn't help any that most of his attacks hit his, Oh, dear. Just go away. Get me in there. Most of your attacks hit his cannons, so... Most of your beams hit his cannons anyway. Oh, this is unpleasant as all get out. But I went in that room to the left, because that room to the left is nice things. And I want nice things. I'm gone! Give me nice things! Yeah, boy. It's hard to tell. Yeah, up all y'alls with your shields. See how much I care about your shields. No, wait, no, there's an item down there. I gotta go get it. You can do that in this game too, by the way. Just thought. Oh, right. Can't get that one yet. Even you stupid thing. You diagonal moving crap. Yeah. Alright, so that is some stuff. There is still a little bit more to do here, because there's a break right there. So let's save, and let's go run in there. And then that'll actually finish exploring the tower for us. And considering they redesigned this entire tower, and considering they, by necessity, they sort of needed to redesign this entire tower, I think this is a pretty reasonable redesign of it. Maybe a piece of crap. Like, it doesn't go too far out of the way. It kind of goes far out of the way. It doesn't do too much special or unique or out there. It does introduce its own boss, which the game has done a couple times up until now. Hi! Alright, turn back towards me. Super missile in the gut. Turn back around toward me. Super missile in the gut. That's mean. That's mean. Quit blocking my super missiles. I got all the missiles in the world. Now, I mentioned about the height thing. There we go. That is not that bad. I mentioned about the height thing and, like, trying to hide up in the corner, and because of the speed you're moving, you occasionally just fall down a lot farther than you feel like you should fall. Oh, that's some rumbling. There's nothing in here otherwise. And I'm sure somebody's gonna go, oh, well, that's just a nitpick, really. And I would say this, just the speed of it is very much so a nitpick, and not something that I take too seriously. Oh, I can go up here. Crap's going on up there. Quick way back, I guess. Just the movement speed itself is very much a nitpick, but... And it may still sort of be a nitpick, but hey, listen. The lava down here has receded. There used to be lava down here. How about that? Means the lava on the other side's receded as well. Oh, the power's back on it here. Yeah, but it comes down to, especially when you're fighting something like those guys. Yeah, up yours and your shield. Oh, there's a door down here. Well, we're gonna need power bombs before we can come back there. There's a door here that was not here in Metroid 2. Okay, to complete my point very quickly, when you're fighting something like those Zeta Metroids and you just get hit every now and then because of it, even if objectively you're taking very little damage for it, and like it's genuinely no real threat for it to happen, it is, however, an annoyance, and the bad kind of annoyance, because it feels like you're getting hit due to something that's not your fault. And that's like the worst kind of feeling. Well, we're gonna need power bombs before we continue. The lava's lowered, even out here, but we're gonna need power bombs before we continue on. But that's like the worst kind of an annoyance in any game, is to get hit or hurt or some such when it doesn't feel like it's your fault that it happened. And that's the point where it still is kind of a nitpick. It's still not really that big a threat, but I think it can be more annoying than it needs to be, is what I'm saying. But does it ruin the game? No. Because I've said many times, I really like this game. I don't think I've gushed enough about this game recently. I like this game, guys. I like this tower. I like that it didn't have much purpose originally, so they rebuilt the inside and gave it its own thing. I like that its own thing on the inside wasn't too fantastic. It's still just kind of a bunch of rooms going through. There wasn't like this unique gimmick or mechanic to it all. It's just kind of a bunch of rooms you went through. They added the whole nature of turning the power back on, which I think was kind of cool. And even the boss, like, that boss bothered me the first time I played, but I don't think he's a bad boss. Maybe a little much standing around for my taste, but... And then you could go up top and you could fight that Metroid. You know, I don't know where you get it in this game, but in Metroid 2, you got the screw attack up top. No screw attack up there this time. In fact, the screw attack was the only unique item you got in this entire area. It was mostly just the beam repository and Metroids. Until next time, everyone, we're gonna have to figure out where to get them power bombs, and I've got an inkling it's probably gonna be in that door what opened up below. Until then, everyone.